is it? What the heck? Am I live?
Nachos.
Nachos. I don't want it to be locked.
You want nachos?
Hi, y'all. I'm trying to.
You want nachos?
This live session is just getting on my nerves.
This is charged, so I'm going to move this and let you see. Did you say nachos?
Sasha's over here. we're going to have to do it vertical because stupid live thing again is messed up. Sorry, y'all. Okay, Sasha, show them about the magnets and all that stuff.
Okay, so
someone said that we were rigging it with magnets, so we want to show you that it's not magnetized.
See, this is a magnet right here, emoji magnet. Mm-hmm. So see, this is the only thing that is magnet, okay? But this thing, not magnet. Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, I had to move this for you. This thing, not magnet.
Okay, show them underneath the spear board. Nothing under there, see?
Nothing under. See?
Just board.
Just board.
Okay, nothing in the carpet.
Paranormal activity is real.
Tell them about what happened this morning.
Under the table shook and our dog was outside and my sister, she couldn't fit under there, just so you know. She's too grown.
And then what happened tonight?
The toilet flushed by itself. I said, Dad, it was like in the guest bathroom. Was the ghost doing its business in there? I don't know, guys. I don't know.
And you were thinking Daddy was home?
Yes, I thought Daddy was home.
And was he?
No. I said, Dad. I yelled my dad's name. He didn't answer, so I was scared. It's like, I thought that was home.
So, the toilet flushed by itself a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, toilet flushed by itself.
Okay.
We only had another device we can check the time.
Okay, so let's show them the setup. So we have our black scrying mirror here as a portal. Yeah. We have another portal. Oh, Sasha, just leave it right there. We're also filming with this camera because this one you can edit on and like catch more things. So we're using this as well as going live.
So guys, see, this is not rigged. Nothing over here is rigged.
Leave this camera alone, Sasha, so we could keep it right where we need it. Okay.
So see this plant.
So nothing's rigged. Okay, so we're going to be using this clear jar to go over the entire thing so that we can show you guys once again. Oh, shoot. We got some activity.
Area?
Say what, ghost?
See what great spirits that is somewhere.
Okay. What did he say?
Modern?
Novice?
What does even novice mean?
I don't. What did you say?
Can you repeat that? It's kind of hard to hear you through this.
Okay, if you're here, Sasha, you did that wrong. Take that off. I have to balance it there.
Sorry, you're not good at balancing.
It's okay. I don't know. This one is not very clear. It's not
clear.
Chichi, did you crush this again? Because I had it right. It has to be like equal. I have to touch. I'll have to touch. Okay, there it goes. Now, this, I gotta get this together. Okay, is that straight up and down?
Now it isn't. Sorry guys, we need to set this up.
Okay, that's why we needed that little cardboard thing, because it sets it up. It lets the pin stay straight. Instead of like Well, that's good enough. So we're going to set this on top of it very carefully. So where it's going to balance. Okay, so it's free to spin. Blow it, make sure it's working. Just a little bit.
That wasn't working.
Okay, now put the thing, over it. Okay. So there's no air going in it. So
yeah, and the magnet doesn't work like this.
Okay, take the magnet away. Just so they know that's not a trick. Go put it somewhere else. Far away. Okay. Alright. Now we have this scrying mirror portal.
You can't see it, guys. I'm sorry.
We have the Ghost Radio app going.
Hi, guys.
Sasha's over here. So we've had 2 paranormal activities in one day. The toilet flushed and the table and lamp moved. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to scoot this over so you don't have to hear it. Okay. Oh, Sasha, go get my spirit herbs. They're under my desk.
Okay. Sounds like they're running out.
I need to make some more.
Yeah.
So these are the spirit herbs. Open it up. Can you open it?
Okay.
Don't spill it out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to get movement here. Are there any spirits or entities in the house that are trying to communicate through paranormal activity? Okay, Sasha. Give it.
Sorry.
If you are trying to communicate, Sasha, don't touch the board. We're not touching the board at all. Okay. If you're trying to communicate, please move this metal device.
And have safety. And ask your saints to give you
Sasha's
safety or
safe.
wear something.
Sasha has her medallion.
Because you don't want to get possessed, guys.
Okay. So, let's see. Move this if you are trying to communicate with us. Move it and let us see it.
Good spirits come. And I want to see some paranormal activity because I can't let people want to see paranormal activity.
Come through this portal if you need to, or come through the board, or if you're already here, let us see that you can move this.
We want to see. Please. Wait, what? What is it?
Uh-oh. Okay, so we have the Ghost app going. If you have something to say to us, you can talk through the app. If you have anything to say. Okay. So move this for us if you're here.
Not moving. Every good cause, come and spin this thing and feel united. Oh.
You singing for the ghost? Okay. I'm reading a little bit in the comments.
Just
But I'm trying to keep it clear so I can see if it moves.
oh. She just kicked it down. Didn't fall.
Will you move this device
No.
to show that you're here? I mean, if you're going to move a table, you can move this. Come on now. I'm going to put my spirit herbs out.
I'll put it on the board.
I'm going to put them directly on the board. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's see. Come on. This is freaky though, because like if this moves, like what if it just starts spinning like an umbrella?
Like last time.
Okay, Ghosty. Y'all, you're gonna mess with us and then ghost us here? No, you have to come through. Sasha, turn off the light. Maybe that's what it is.
This light?
Ooh, entity present. Shoot.
I turned off the lights.
Turn it off. Now move this entity. Last time we did this at 3 o'clock in the morning, so it was very active.
Very active. Well, this time it's not that active because it's not 3 a.m. and it's not the ghost chill out time. Like they just sit down, talk, like a whole city
Yes.
of ghosts. Some people say that the
Heartbeat.
Is he hearing my heartbeat?
Dum, 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 dum.
Yep, I have a heartbeat.
Do you remember I said that to you today? I
Uh-huh.
said that to her today. And like, who says that? Okay, entity, can you move this? That's under the glass. Can you move it? Impact. Impact.
Are you the one who moved the table this morning?
Did you move our table and our lamp and flush the toilet? Keeping my eye on this. Oh my god, this can't even, the camera's not even on the thing. We're so bad at filming.
Never seen it.
Okay, there we go.
Did you move our table this morning?
Skip.
I don't think she did it.
Maybe it was somebody else. Move this, please. We're ready for some action. Come on now. I'm gonna reclaim my time.
I don't even know what that means. If it's something mean, you don't say it to someone.
Please move this thing. Let's be nice. Please move this thing if you want to communicate with us. We really appreciate it. Particle.
Maybe some spirits can't move things.
You need some particle? You are a particle? You mean like a orb or something?
She can show you some orbs. Maybe you can see it up on camera. You can see some orbs.
Okay, so move.
Please.
What about they? What about they?
This ghost sounds more clear and it sounds female.
Okay, did we test this out? Okay, we need to test it out again because I don't know if it's on there right. Alright, I'm gonna test this out again. Earth. Yeah, Earth.
We know you're on planet Earth.
Okay. Hold on. We gotta make sure it's on there correctly. Okay. So it's able to spin. So let's put the jar back on top. Okay. Okay, it's on there right. Now we need you to spin. Spin it.
Like a tiny little time. Just a little time. One little time. It doesn't have to be like a long
Sasha is begging. Come on. Signs. Yes, follow the signs. What signs?
What sign?
Okay, well, we had paranormal activity this morning, so we just want to see if there was something in here that was going to move this.
Maybe the paranormal activity was a sign.
Loyal. Okay. My loyal spirits, maybe?
I don't think she
Loyal spirits, if that was you, come through and push this and make it spin.
You can even do like one little tap and it'll spin. You don't have to put so much.
It says cannot. Why not? Why you can't?
Maybe because it doesn't want to, you know.
Why you can't?
You know why kids don't want to grow up?
Why?
Because they just want to stay kids forever. And that thing doesn't feel comfortable probably touching us.
Why?
Because the spirit doesn't probably want to move anything. Maybe it's so too tired to move anything.
Put the candle over there. Give him some energy.
I'll go get
Put
you.
it over on that side. Carrier.
I think I have a
Carrier. I don't know.
dog carrier.
Gosh.
I have a dog carrier.
Okay, we give you some energy. Executioner.
What's that mean?
Somebody that kills prisoners.
Are you a
Executes prisoners.
Are you a prisoner? Were you a prisoner? That's how you died?
Or were you an executor? Bye, y'all, whoever leaving. Okay, executioner. What happened? Move this. Please, move it. I need to see something.
Don't force the spirit. You say it like
Sasha.
5 times and then you're done. You say it more
Okay,
than
I'm gonna manifest the spirit. Okay, move it.
Well, it's not moving.
It is not moving. Okay, well, Sash, what do you want to ask the spirit? Because we have the ghost radio app.
How did you die?
I don't think spirits like that question.
Oh yeah, they don't.
We're asking any spirits. Well, Sasha always says good spirits. So,
When were you born? When were you born? Do you know when you-
can you move this through the spirit board?
If it doesn't want to move it, doesn't want to move it, Mom.
Sasha, whose side are you on?
I don't know. Maybe the ghost that we find maybe want to so hyper that they want to move something and we might move this. Instead of throw books off the bookshelves, possessing our sister in the other room.
Layla's already
Making-
possessed. If she get any worse, you have to call the exorcist for real. She was born that way. Okay. Did you see it move or no?
No.
Okay. Everybody. Okay, so I think the ghost left, or the spirit or the entity that was talking here. So let's call a new one.
Want to hear some music, Ghostbusters? I'm just kidding. No, I don't think ghosts like that movie.
Come through. Any spirits that want to communicate, any presence here, please move that device under the glass if you can.
Item.
I
I don't
challenge.
think they can see anything but the board and the jar.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get them to see. That's all I need them to see.
Nothing's happening to the jar.
Okay, so Sasha's bored. Okay, well, Sasha, while we watch this, why don't you entertain us with a story or something? Okay, so did you really hear the toilet flush?
Mm-hmm. I thought I saw a light on and then the toilet flush.
You thought you saw the light on and the toilet flush.
I heard the toilet flush and I thought I saw the light on. And then when you came down, it was off.
Okay, toilet flusher ghost, come through. Move that.
Maybe I should ask, well, not ask, but tell them a story. And also entertain the ghost that really wants to come. Once there was a child.
Mm-hmm.
She saw a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
She can see ghosts. I didn't see in the dark. Once she saw a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
She wore a cloak, and she had an axe and a owl. Her name was Santissima Muerte. And her best friend Guadalupe on her side. And then said, "Hello, child." And said, "Hello, who are you?" And he said, "I am Santissima Muerte." And the Guadalupe said, "I'm Guadalupe." And they went in the backyard and had a party, and then her mom and dad came in and were like, "What are you doing outside? Just dancing by yourself."
Mm-hmm. Wow, Sasha.
And then Santissima Muerte said, "She's not by herself, but she didn't hear her." So she got close, Santissima Muerte got closer to her ear, and the mom started hearing voices.
Really?
And the mom got drove crazy. So the spirit just, Santissima Muerte just left her alone. And then
We need a trigger object. Go get that old thing that I bought from Uncommon Objects.
Oh God.
It's up there. You see it?
And then Guadalupe started doing it.
This is my old Union case that I got from Uncommon Objects. So they used to put pictures of the deceased in during the Victorian era. It's really old. It's from the 1800s. So
It's not
trying
old.
No, last time you almost broke it. Leave it down. So we're trying to use that as a trigger object to bring in some spirits, since that is an old
Can I
object.
finish my story?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then sorry, I trucked in. The Guadalupe started doing it for 3 days until they bugged the mom, and the mom marched to the child's room and said, "Why do I hear voices?"
Entity present.
I told you my story would work.
It did. Okay. Hi, entity. How are you? You have some information for us. And can you move this? The camera. No, the camera. Press. Okay.
Sorry guys, you got cut off because something cut you off.
Can you move that under the marriage?
Yeah,
say
you are
marriage?
married, Mom.
I'm married. Yes, I'm married. And
That's how.
so what happened? Can you move this for me? It's a female's voice.
Yes, female guys. If you can't tell the difference, the male voice is a lot deeper.
Hi, can you move this for us? 63.
Are you 63?
No. Do I look 63?
Daddy? Yeah. I think it's Dad.
Oh,
You've
shit.
been keeping track of my dad's age?
Oh, gosh. Endless.
Endless aging.
Life is endless, you're right. We don't.
Yeah, life keeps going.
Now move this
There's no end
Please.
of the world.
if you have the energy.
If you have the energy, move it.
Come on.
Come on.
You can do it. We believe.
I took down and put my neck.
Sasha believes. You are. This one is weird. She sounds weird. You are what?
Weird. Weird means good, because everyone and every spirit can be different. And
So
special.
move this. Where did you come from?
Where did you come from?
Move this, please. Show us your strength.
It's just really easy to move. Even a human being can move it with their mind.
You want to try to move it with your mind? Move it, Sasha. Put your hands around it. Don't touch it, but like put your hands near it and imagine your energy going to push it. Let's see if we can do it. Sasha, move the planchette around.
What?
On the spirit board.
Why? I'll ruin it.
No, the planchette. You know what the planchette is?
Oh.
That.
This is an ant.
You got me.
I trapped an ant.
Yeah, there was an ant up here because somebody left a Pop-Tart up here.
Who?
Layla. Okay, move this around. The little, yeah. Get the energy on the board going. What happened? Anything? Okay, there you go.
Hi. What's your name?
So here's the app. It's called Go.
Maybe she.
Bad connection. Whatever.
Maybe she shouldn't go on live.
There's a bad
Maybe you should Snapchat it. You can't animate it on Snapchat besides filters.
Yeah. Okay. I need this to move. I really do. So we have all this paranormal activity and we can't even do it. Yeah, gosh. The app.
Maybe we should make a video about spying on Nail and see what she does all day.
She's just on that thing. Oh, I know you'll be the one.
Might be one.
Please move this under the glass. Thank you. Are you able to move objects?
Because you could be tired, and tired ghosts can't move that much objects.
Right. We need a strong ghost that can move this. Future?
Maybe in the future she will move it.
Okay. This sounds like a child.
Hello, what's your name?
What's your name? Cat.
That sounds like a beautiful name. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask?
Reluctant. She doesn't want to ask.
Oh.
Come on, move. Can you move this?
She said in the future.
It's the future. I'm like impatient. I'm the child and Sasha's the adult. We're waiting.
So when were you born?
Manufacturing. I don't know what that could mean. Maybe during the era where they started manufacturing things, the Industrial Revolution.
Maybe they're checking out a factory and then they just got stuck.
Can you move this object now? It is the future.
Every minute is the future. Every second, every time you speak is the future.
What'd that say? Boom.
Wait, did you move the table?
Boom. Did you move our table? Boom could have meant like an explosion. How she died. Like.
Like, there's so much stuff that could like explode in the factory that she exploded while she was looking through the factory on a field trip. And then she started traveling.
Wisdom. Interesting. I just want to
Swing, we're starting a conversation.
Okay. Well, keep talking, Sash.
So,
we're just having fun, y'all. This is not that serious.
have you? What did you?
Hi. Honor? Maybe they died in like a war or something? I don't know. It says honor, boom, manufacturer.
When were you born?
Okay. Okay, it goes. If this cuts off, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm charging the phone.
So yeah, what is your favorite color?
Thank you. What did she say? Physics? Yes, physics. She's talking.
How old are you?
We teach a lot of things in this room, so she might be picking up on stuff like that.
How old are you?
See the list of all the things that they've said? It's right here. So you can go back and read later. Now I'm still trying to wait for this to move.
Well, just don't wait on that. No spirit will ever move that.
War?
You died in war? Or you were around that time in war? Have you met Clara Barton? What?
You're so sweet.
She's saying war.
I know that Ghost was messing with my
Seems like a kid.
my phone. I had to plug it up. It sucked all my battery.
Suck better like lemonade.
Sasha. What did I say?
Madness.
In darkness?
In darkness.
Yes. We know you're in the darkness. See? Oh my gosh. This is the darkness. Look. 7%. Wow. Send. Send what? What do you want me to send to you?
I want her to send you. Oh no, when you want to get, what do you want to be send to you?
Move this object under the glass.
She said in the future, as in when she gets stronger and bigger and older. Okay?
This is a different person, though.
Really?
Well, I think it is. Is it?
It's the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Are you tired?
The word. Is that what she said? The word. The word.
Are you tired?
The word. What word? Move that around, Sasha, on the Ouija board. What word? Sasha.
What word, cat? I bumped into it.
Let's move this to the side.
Guys, we're moving it, okay?
Move
Don't
it over
think
there.
this is paranormal. It's not.
Okay. Okay. That's how it's supposed to look when it turns, just in case y'all haven't seen the other one. So we'll put that on the side. Okay, Sasha. What word do you want us to know?
E.
E.
S.
ES. That's not a word. It's initials. What's ES?
What is ES? Did you ghost us?
Are you still here? Okay, still here.
Is that the best part of being a ghost? Ghosting people? When I'm a ghost, when I'm an old ghost, I'm gonna be ghosting people, okay, guys? And see how it feels. See how it feels to be a ghost. And then I'm gonna go into the darkness right after.
Are you gonna flush people's toilets? Move. Sasha, okay, maybe we need to call some other types of energies to move this.
Don't say that in
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, can we end the video here?
Well, I guess we're not gonna get any activity on this thing. It's not late enough. We should have came at 3 o'clock like we did last time. We had a lot of activity. Well, we tried.
Want to finish my story?
You want to finish my story? Sure, Sasha.
And then,
Maybe it'll bring another entity.
remember my story at the first. And then the girl saw some other saint, Archangel Michael.
Ooh, really? What happened?
He was doing the running man in the closet. So she put on the music
Oh my gosh.
and laughed. Then he looked at her and said, "What?"
They want us to take the glass off to see if it moves. Take the glass off.
Well, then the wind won't move it, and we don't know if it's going to be wind or a ghost. So that's why we put the jar over it.
Okay, well, just don't blow on it. Just move away from it. That's how it's supposed to go. So, let's see. Okay, now it stopped. I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, we took the glass off. See, that's how it's supposed to do it.
And the wind's probably blowing it.
Okay, blow it and see if it works. Okay, that's how it will look if the wind was blowing it. Put it back on right.
Sorry, I'm blowing it. How do I put it on right? I don't think I did.
Okay, I'll just leave it alone and see what happens. I think that's the wind blowing it now. Okay, it stopped. So, if there's wind, where would wind, like, okay.
If there's one where wind come from, oh, the vents.
That's why we have the glass over it. Because look.
Look. Now this would be scamming right here.
Yes.
So we put a jar. Oh, it's that entity present. Hello? Hello?
Entity present?
Welcome.
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 How are you?
How are you?
Okay, move. Well, that's not so hard to move. What did he say?
No.
Dark.
Dark.
Again, talking about dark.
Is
Yes,
it
we
your
work with
lipstick?
dark. We work with the dark energy.
Maybe it's your shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my dark purple jacket.
Yeah. I know. Syndrome.
Syndrome, that's how you die.
What kind of syndrome?
Have you met us before at a hospital?
What syndrome are you speaking of? You said dark syndrome. Do you like the darkness? Look, darkness comes up 2 times.
By the way, your friends over there, don't think Ouija boards are just games.
News.
Have you been sitting on the couch and watching news?
These are the words that they say, so you can kind of go back and read.
You should like close up on it for they can read a little bit better because the words are super bright and they're like a black background. So, great spirit. We would like you to take this energy from this candle and then see what you can do with the energy.
Live. How do you know we're live? It says we're live.
He's probably seeing us.
Live. Yes, we're live. You're live. Welcome.
Welcome live on Star Goddess News. We got Ashira filming. And today...
What else can you see? It says dark. Where? Where are we going?
Wait. Hold up. I'm going to check on Layla and see where she's going.
Worse.
Did Daddy go somewhere?
He's downstairs. What else do you have for us? Huge.
Is he making fun of you?
Sasha.
I don't think he is.
I think.
What?
This is a dirty ghost. This ghost is dirty.
What does that mean? What did he say about you?
I don't know, child. I don't know what that means.
Baby, not calling
These ghosts can have a sense of humor too. Okay.
I guess.
Okay, if you can move that, then I'll see what's up. Okay. A trade. This is not. You don't trust me?
You have a huge sense of humor, Mama.
Come on.
Come on, ghost.
Come on, ghost, move this.
Spin the thing.
You can watch me take a shower if you move that.
No, just no.
Not
Mom,
just like-
just no. I'm gonna get out of here. Well, I'm not gonna get out of here.
Come on, what if it starts spinning? I'm serious.
Ghosts can spy on you anytime because
Spin
they
it.
can just not talk to you.
Come on. I challenge you in your masculine energy. Can you spin that?
They should make the boys and girls Ghostbusters like both of them combined. Like find some men and some women.
Okay. Nope, that ghost can't do it either.
If you spell woman and you take the W off, it's men. Why is everything men?
This ghost is bad. Look at that one. I think he's gone though. Come back. That one was funny. Next.
The only spirit you can't. Actually, no, he's not actually a spirit. Never mind.
Oh, you know what? Put the mirror over there.
Over here. What about right here for that when the spirits come, they can spin this? And maybe they can take some energy from over here. Something over here. And then a plant shot right
The ghost
here.
trolling me. The ghost trolled me too. Yeah. That's what someone said in the comments. The ghost was trolling me. Sasha, I got you. That's okay. You know, I'm used to it. Thank you, Sasha. Okay, so I don't know why our table was moving this morning. I want whoever moved our table to come through. And sometimes
What the person who moved our table is a bad ghost.
Well, I don't care. I need to talk to him.
But we have our protection.
Yes. Why are you moving stuff and flushing toilets in our house? Hmm?
Did you do your doo-doo in our toilets?
Sasha?
Did you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We need to come back at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because that's when all the good stuff happens.
Okay, so I think we should clean this all up and go. Should go first. Clean this all up. I'm sorry.
We need
live people. You got cut off. And you're like, why does it keep?
an ant? I saw an ant. Y'all don't need to bring food back up here.
You mad, are you? Well, that's why I wear socks. I wear socks around the house now.
Well, ever since it flooded in Houston, it's like
That's a bit like, bye, Felicia, we ain't going back
lots
here.
of ants like tried to come in.
Yeah.
All their little ant piles got washed away. Is that thing moving? Yeah, we're using ghost radio. We have it on the spirit board, and then we have this under glass so that the ghosts can move it. If we turn off the air, it won't move. You have an air
But
conditioner.
that would be hot.
I know. It's too hot to do that.
Yeah. God, so
Let's have the glass over it. Oh my gosh. So the ghosts that came through were very accurate. Like this. It said a lot of true things and weird stuff.
I think we should end the video here. I want to play some Minecraft.
Sasha wants her iPad back. Sasha.
What?
You have all night to play Minecraft. Alright, well, nothing happened with the spinner. I'm mad because we had real paranormal activities today in our house, and now
No, it doesn't
when we need you, ghost, you don't come through.
It's like, oh, they're recording. We don't want any other people to see us, you know. And then they just ghost you. It's like,
But I have this second camera recording as well, so if we get some orbs or some weird stuff, we'll be able to see it on. Oh shoot, we'll be able to see it on there.
okay, so bye. I think we're gonna clean all this stuff
I
up.
was just trying to rush the ghost.
What? I'm not rushing them. They don't want to come through. They don't want to spin the spinner thing. Then, yeah. They don't want
And
to
I'm
spin.
getting a headache too. I don't know why.
There's the water. Oops.
I got my water bottle. I'm waiting. Let's wait for one more entity to come, and then we'll shut it down. What? Monthly? It's supposed to say entity present before it comes back.
That's cool.
What else, dear? What else, ghost?
We got a few Pringles. They were just a pump of the Pringles.
Sasha, don't open it.
What?
What are you gonna do? I don't want that. That's old. Hello, are you still here? Can you talk to us a few more minutes?
No, a few more minutes. Maybe a few.
Yeah.
This is 51.
It's like it didn't even say entity present. Oh, did it? Yes, it did. Poorly.
Wait, poor.
It says poorly. That means something was done poorly. What was done poorly? Did we do something poorly?
Me cleaning up my room poorly. That's poor.
We probably need a better device, like a ghost meter, like the professional kind.
We could.
We need to order one online.
We could be the new ghost hunters.
Mm-hmm.
The mama and the baby hunter. The mama and the kid. The mother and the kid hunter.
Okay, can you move that thing? Well-being. Yes, well-being. I am with, is your being well, Sasha?
I got coughed on today. Is that well?
This must be a light worker ghost. He's like, it's nice. Where are you? This is weak signal. Look at you. 52. I guess that's how old he is. I always get old men. Hi, how are you? And how did you die?
I don't think ghosts like that question. Do you?
I know, but I still ask it. They're gonna tell us if they want. Why would they tell us their age if they don't want us to ask them later? Okay, we don't care how you died. Anything else you want to tell us? Move that. Maybe he can move that.
Can you see our future? What's gonna happen?
Sasha wants to know if you can see the future and what's going to happen. I'm waiting on that thing. Pull it back so I can get everything.
I'm just like on you. I'm just so
Okay,
tired.
well,
I'm drained.
nice to meet you, Ghost. What's your name? What's your name? Sasha, I'm making my arm move. Hold on. She's laying on my arm. What's your name?
Uma.
He's gone. Are you gone? Okay, fine. Scanning. Wait, does that mean something's coming?
Maybe the grocery store. Like they're scanning something.
I really have a headache.
Maybe we should stop here. Maybe the ghosts are going to.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe I'm thirsty.
It's a lower bar.
But what if something else happens and I'm gonna keep my phone on me so that if something else happens, I just press record.
Okay, Mom. So we should turn off all of our devices and put this up.
You done? Okay.
I'm done with this.
Okay, you gotta say goodbye. Remember?
Goodbye. Have a good time. Talk to people that are here when they're doing a Ouija board. Talk to them too. And have a good day. Night. Have a good night.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't throw stuff at me at 3 a.m. That's all I want. Don't throw stuff at me.
I really think we should have waited and did this later, but you're probably gonna be asleep. That's okay. We tried.
Okay.
The spirit, I'm gonna come. If I'm awake, I'm coming back.
She's coming back, but you're not gonna have the Ouija board because it will be really dangerous.
Because I'm not supposed to play by myself.
You're not supposed to play by yourself, Mom, and Leia will never play with you or die, or Rico.
What?
Room?
What did you say?
Room. I think it's a
Room. Yes. What about the room? He's
Okay,
talking.
I know it has skeletons, skulls, people.
Oh, maybe he was in our room. My room. And moved the thing.
Did you move the table?
Is that you? Are you in our room?
Are you moving the table?
What did you say?
Was it?
Amid?
He admitted. He admitted the truth. He did it.
Amid?
Admit.
Amid?
Wait.
What did it say?
Hold.
Hold.
You hold.
Hole. H-O-L-E.
Hold.
What about a hole? You're not making any sense. Room mid a hole. Room toe.
Oh, he sees your toes. Mid means like darkness.
This ghost is freaky too. You want to see my feet too? There you go. Toe. There you go. You like feet. Sasha, didn't you get bit on your toe, buddy?
Yeah.
Sasha got bit on her toe.
Is
Like-
that you? Are you an ant and you bit my toe?
Okay.
And you're coming to see
Anything else you would like to tell us about what's going on? So, can you move that since you?
Bye.
Are you still here?
I'm gonna unwake the dead with this. Should I?
Shake it up. Shake that. She's shaking her Pringles can. Wake up.
I know we can use it for something.
Sasha.
What? Wrong.
I just showed my toe on camera. I probably need some lotion.
Hi guys. So it's your hostess post and I see them and
We need one of those talkative ghosts. Remember, like, were you in there when we were talking with Garland? Oh, you weren't in there. Yes. We need a talkative ghost. These ghosts are like...
This ghosts are like, bye Felicia, we ain't talking to you anymore. You're talking too much to the camera. You ain't talking about us. You're just talking about what you want us to do. We don't want to do that.
Okay.
Bye Felicia.
Whatever.
Because you're just forcing them to move a thing that they do not want to move because they're super drained. Entity presence.
Oh, please. Please be a strong one.
Yeah. After my little talk with you.
Sasha. Don't put that on the floor.
Why?
Oh, put it back in there. Hi. How are you? Entity presence, Sasha.
Hi. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times for another ghost. Yeah. Please be talked to. Not like Juju talking.
Ooh, he got a deep voice. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yes, you want to take me on a holiday? Sasha's like, it's a ghost, so it doesn't count. I'm not cheating if it's a ghost. Porch. Okay, you want to meet me on the porch?
It does count, Mom. It does count.
It does not count.
It does count. Tell him, guys. Tell him. It counts. Tell her it counts.
Does it count? Okay, what's on the porch?
Donald Trump.
Hi, how are you? It's a holiday for weekends. It is chaos. Oh gosh.
Maybe.
He sounds dangerous.
Maybe the toy closet. It's a chaos.
Your toy closet is a chaos area. Very chaotic. What else?
Very dangerous.
Tell us about yourself. How tall are you?
It's Abraham Lincoln. I'm just kidding. It ain't Abraham Lincoln.
It says holiday porch chaos.
Holiday porch chaos. Ooh.
Sasha, he had a deep word. Names.
You wanna know my name?
No, don't. What's your name?
What's your name?
This is like, what does this have to do with anything? What's names have to do with it? What is your name then? Or what do you want to tell us? Somebody said, hold up, let me go get my protection crystal. It's not going to come through the screen. Don't worry. You're safe. Princess. Is he talking about you or me?
Well, probably you. You're wearing the makeup. I have my bare face on. How about you? Plus,
Princess.
you said you're a queen in your past life.
These ghosts are flirty tonight. Look at that. How you doing?
Just no more. Just no. Please no.
I'll be your princess. What's up?
What?
Firstborn. They're talking about Layla.
I'll get to Layla.
Oh.
Layla, Ghost is talking about you.
He says, none of y'all.
What?
Forget it. He said he was talking about Layla, not us. We're not the princess.
Oh, the ghost was calling you a princess, Layla.
Yeah, you know Layla means dark beauty,
That means the princess
or
of
it means
death.
night.
He's the princess of death. Well, I'm the defender of men.
Mhm. Okay.
I don't know who he is.
Is that all you want to tell us? This weird message. Firstborn, chaos, princess, the princess of darkness. This is sounding kind of sinister right here. You want your firstborn princess on the porch? I don't know, girl.
Oh, you mean?
Layla, is Layla freaked out?
Okay.
Go see.
Layla.
Well, Layla will fight though. Like she's not having it. She's in the other room. Okay, so this ghost. I don't know about that.
I had closed the door.
Sasha, where are your puppets?
Piggles.
Who's that?
Piggles. Piggles is my piggy. I can pose it like this. I can make it clap. I can make it nod. I can make it lean back. Slip through the cracks. Not care. Not stare.
Okay, so we're still waiting on some activity. Nothing.
Okay, so let's see.
Okay, so we need another. Don't drink that one, Sasha. Don't drink that one.
Why?
Because it's old. Here. Drink this. Chilling like a villain. Okay. Someone's being mean to me in the comments.
You ain't being mean to my mama.
They're saying I am not a responsible mother because I put you in danger.
Listen, this is not dangerous. This is like experience for me. For when something like this, like a haunting, will be in my house, I'll make friends with the ghost and not be too afraid. Because if you keep your kids away from this stuff, they'll be afraid. If you don't teach them this stuff, they'll be afraid, and then come to you. You don't want them to come to you. You want to teach them right now not until you wait, and then they run to you. Because, teens, I heard.
Split. Okay, keep going, Sasha.
Because teens get more paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
Also babies.
Mm-hmm.
Because babies don't know anything. But I don't know about teens. I don't know. Maybe teens just don't care. And then they'll forget all about it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So you're not afraid, right?
I'm not
You
afraid.
don't feel in danger.
I don't feel in danger.
Why?
Because I got you, Mom.
Aw, and what else?
That's why I sleep in your bed, because I have you. Yeah.
And what else do you... What's that say? What did it say?
Bye.
Bye? Bye.
Bye? Are you trying to say bye?
Split. Bye.
Gotta split, like, gotta go.
He's talking in code, girl.
It's like, gotta go, bye. Saying, gotta go, bye. Well, the princess will be out.
Bullet. It's a bullet.
The princess will be out.
He got killed by a bullet. Oh,
When
what?
will Layla be out on the porch? At 3 a.m. and then we can film it?
We're going to put Layla out on the porch at 3 a.m. to see what happens.
Then she tries to go back inside, we'll be like, nope.
Layla's going to be like, I'm not going outside. Y'all are crazy.
Then you carry her outside.
This is how scary movies start off. Layla, go outside at 3 a.m.
None of that actually happens. Like, throwing up, unless the ghost is angry at you.
Via means what? Desperate. I'm desperate for you to make this move. Yeah.
Yeah, she is super desperate. You know what that's like? Desperate. Mm-hmm.
Please.
It's time to dance now.
Okay.
Can you see the pig? Can you see us? Can you see the pig?
I think he's going to say one more thing. I don't know. Okay, so what's up?
What up? Hello.
Maybe he was a drug dealer and he got shot. Okay.
And he blew his cover.
He was trying to split the product, put too much soda in it. And then he got shot.
Don't.
He should have stuck to selling blow. Yeah.
What's blow?
It's another word for drug. Okay. Bad drugs that you don't need to do. Trap House Ghost. That's our second one. No. He said smoke. See, I told you. We got a drug dealer, a drug dealing crackhead ghost. Up in here.
I don't even know if he's cracked. Maybe he just.
Okay, well, crackhead's got a lot of energy. So can y'all move this? What did you say?
Look. Let's look at it.
Ooh, it said look. Okay, we ready? See what you can do. Come on. I know you can do it. Come on. You think this ghost is
If you
going?
don't want to move that, you can move something else.
The family. What about the family?
Yeah, two people are scared and two people are satisfied.
His family. It says his family.
Oh.
Whose family?
Your family?
It said his. Like H-I-S. His family.
Daddy's family?
I don't know. Y'all asking what his cousins do.
Did my dad's cousins get drugs?
Autonomy.
That's wrong.
What about it?
Daddy PT.
Less.
We don't have less. We
Autonomy.
have more.
Less. His family.
It's less, so
Smoke.
his family is poor. Smoke. Dad's family died a lot, so they could.
Oh, maybe one of James's dead family members.
Yeah, maybe one of Dad's dead family members. Yeah, a lot of them. He has also a lot of siblings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Are you one of the siblings? Required. I thought it said legal.
Required. So he is part of his family?
I don't know. Are you part of our family? Or
Our dad's family?
just remember he just got back from a funeral like a couple weeks ago.
Maybe it followed him. because-
Yeah, this ghost is very talkative. Oh man, we see it on porch again.
He wants
Go
Layla.
look outside.
He wants Layla. That's all he wants.
Y'all ain't getting my baby. Oh no. Lily, you better come here and get this necklace.
We should bring Layla in. That's the closest thing you're gonna get to going on the porch, letting Layla in. But I don't think she'll want to go in. I think she'll just sit there and be on her tablet. Like your queen is busy. She's busy with work. Busy
Something's
with
on
her
that porch. Let's go out to the porch, shall we?
Shall we go on to the porch?
Yeah, I think we should.
But we'd have to bring Layla.
No, we'll go. We'll go see what's out there first. Layla's not gonna come.
We should say we want to sit out on the porch to Layla and then she'll be
Y'all want us to go to the porch? Is that what you're telling us? Let's go. It wants us to open the door. That's what someone said in the comments. So we could get in. I thought it was already here. Or let something else in, huh?
Or maybe he just wants to let Layla out so he can have a quiet talk with Layla with the ghost app. And then, well, not quiet talk, but a talk with Layla.
Okay, let's go to the porch. Come on, we bring this. Oh, we're gonna pause the camera. Other camera. All right. Let's go to the porch. Okay. Go, Sasha. You lead the way. Okay, we're going to the porch. Come on, Layla.
What?
Come
You're
on.
the princess, come on.
Look,
He wants you.
look what she's looking like. She's in the next room.
He wants
She looks like a
you.
little princess because she has all this stuff on her head. They want you to come to the porch.
And plus,
No.
you're the queen of death, Layla, come on.
Okay, we'll be back. Maybe they're trying to get you alone in here. You better come on. Okay.
Unless you want us to leave the tablet here and then the ghost can talk to you.
We're scaring that poor baby. Don't worry, Layla. We'll be back. Okay, we're going to the porch. If I see something out here, it's over. Where's Daddy? He's asleep. Okay, come on, Sasha. Hurry up.
I'm safe distance.
I'm gonna turn on the light. Hold the iPad. Come on.
I'll hold the iPad.
Don't drop it. You know you done
Don't
dropped it
go
3-4 times.
Don't ghost us, okay?
Oh. Alright, we're here. What's up?
Mom, there's ants outside.
Okay.
Be careful. We're out here. Did you want us to go out here with Layla? The princess?
Ooh. I'm out. There's nothing out here. What? Ooh, they got a new van.
Maybe that girl was right.
What? They just wanted us to open the door? Okay. Maybe they wanted to get out. Shoot, bye. The exit is there, the door. You know how this... The door.
There's only way to find out if he's gone.
What?
Heard about it.
Alright. I'm trying to turn off this light.
Did you go?
Go where?
I was saying.
Bye. This is like this generation's Bloody Mary. I'm not sitting on that chair by the porch. There's spiders out there. All right. Okay, Layla, nothing was on the porch. She in her own world.
She's in a whole new world with no.
There was nothing on the porch.
They're just trying to get out.
They wanted you though. Why don't you go out there so you can see what happens? She's not paying attention. Whatever. Okay. We're back.
Okay,
That was uneventful.
Okay, we should stop the video here.
Okay, so what was on the porch?
I know what was on the porch.
Required on the porch. I was required on the porch. Whatever. Maybe we'll get some activity.
Okay, we should stop the video here.
Close the door.
I'm gonna say bye to Austin.
Say goodbye.
Just one more thing.
What? Uh-oh, it's talking again. What did it say?
Wait, we're talking again?
Shaw. Shaw? Who's Shaw? Shaw?
Maybe he was just trying to say my name.
What is Shaw? What is that? Cast. Show? Is it show? Cast?
Movie?
Something about movie? Yes. We're making a movie.
Yeah. Hey, you want to be in it?
You want to be in our movie?
You want to be something
We'll put
fun?
this in it. Strange. See the words show up here? And it says show and then cast.
Show
See that?
cast?
Clear. What's clear?
What's clear is
This house is clear.
Or I'm going to be famous.
Oh, Sasha might be on a commercial.
Yeah, I might be on a commercial.
Yeah. She might be cast in a commercial. How did you know that? Screams.
Did I scream?
Well, you do in the movie that we're making. What else? Nothing? Screams? People are worried about us. They're really worried about us.
We're fine. We have. We're fine. Okay, here's my necklace. Did I scare you for a second? So here's my necklace.
If Sasha's not afraid, you all shouldn't be afraid. Range.
Range.
Revenge? Wait. Range or revenge? Hip. I'm hip. Who's hip?
Look
Are we
all
talking
this
about
stuff.
a hip? On the bottom. Did you break your hip or something? I don't know. Oh well. Can you move this? Look, I'm asking all of them that come through.
Mom, just please. We can stop the video right there. And just stop. I'm gonna be done.
Sasha,
I need my
Sasha is
iPad.
growing impatient and wants her iPad. I thought you gave it back to me.
I didn't.
I bought you another one.
Well, I didn't even touch the flies.
Royalty. Who's royalty?
Layla.
Layla's the princess. She has all that stuff on her head. Maybe she is royalty in her former life. That's how she act like.
Maybe she was the princess in her former life. And she was bratty. She wore dresses. Maybe she was the princess of India.
Alright. I doubt it.
Yeah, I got it.
Can you move that?
Mom,
One of them's gonna do it.
I'm just going to take the iPad, turn it off, and go play Minecraft.
You just want to play Minecraft.
Yeah, I just want to play Minecraft, okay?
Go play Roblox. I'm almost done. The ghost did say royalty, see? The last thing it said.
Bye-bye. Bye, ghost. Bye,
It says
ghost.
right there, royalty. Royalty.
This isn't for me.
Okay, you can go. I know you just want your iPad.
Thank you. Bye.
Wait. I want it back.
What?
Go get your tablet and download it. And give me your tablet. You don't want this on your tablet. Is Layla on her phone? Go get her phone. She's on it. I mean, she's not on it. It's next to her. Shaw. Who is Shaw?
Yeah.
Oh, Layla, we're just gonna use the ghost app on it because we're live.
It doesn't have a ghost app on it.
Oh, I was gonna download it.
No.
Layla's not. Layla's not having it.
No.
Don't do that. You okay? Okay, close the door. Okay, go close the door. I'm gonna give this back to you in a second. Okay, well, Sasha wants this iPad back. And I think the ghost is gone anyway. The last one. He's gone. Sasha, will you finish explaining, because we were interrupted, why you're not afraid? Then Nick, get your iPad back.
And where did I leave off at?
The kids need to know so they won't be scared.
Kids need to know, because what if they're in a dangerous situation with ghosts? What are you going to tell them? You can't learn this stuff. What are you going to tell them? You're going to have to tell them all about it anyway. Because you're going to be that one day.
Gonna be what, Sasha?
Dead one day, because you could be dead old or something. Like someone shot you.
Mm-hmm.
Or like from drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And killing yourself.
And what else? There's many ways to die.
Yeah, there's many
die
ways
in
to
surgery.
Yeah, you can die in a surgery. That's why I'm going to get surgery when I grow up. I bet I'm going to look the same when I grow up. Like I was 4. The only thing I changed when I was a baby, I looked different when I was a baby. That's all I changed. When I changed, I was a baby.
Mm-hmm. So, Sasha's not afraid. She does this all the time. We watch creepy stuff together. We witness paranormal things together all the time. We watched the table move and a lamp
I actually
shake.
heard it.
Sasha heard a toilet flush when no one was here. What else? What have
I
you
saw
been-
the light on when the toilet flushed.
See? So it's like no big deal to her.
No
She's
big
used
deal.
to it.
It's like a normal thing. If you make the paranormal activity feel normal, then it won't bother you too much. You won't be like, what's that? Oh, I need to call the investigators. My toilet flushed by itself. That is not a big deal.
Why?
Because it's just a toilet. What is it going to do? Clog your toilet with poop?
So you weren't afraid?
I'm afraid of no ghost.
So what do you do when that stuff happens? When the light flickers or when the toilet's flush and...
But I went through more paranormal activity than you.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm a lot of times in that closet right over there.
What happened?
And lights flicker all the time in there. And Layla just freaks out and just goes out when the lights flicker around her.
Layla don't play. She's gone. She's not having it.
Yeah.
What else? That's it?
Yeah, and I don't feel comfortable being by myself in my room. Or in the toy closet in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Because you can't see nothing, right?
Not with the light on and no one up here. It just feels uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. But you're comfortable when someone's around. You're good.
Yeah.
But when bad things happen or weird things happen and you're alone, what do you do?
I run to you, you know.
You run to me?
Yeah, I run to you. I run downstairs.
And then what?
And then come to you. Or Layla. Or just lay down on the couch and watch TV. If you're not around.
And then you go back up.
Then I go back up the next day and it's cool.
Mm-hmm. It's gone by then? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask you, what would you do have you ever felt something touch you?
Of course. When I was like today, something like felt like scribbling on here. It's like, what was that? I thought it was a spider, but it wasn't.
What does it say?
What?
Influence. It says influence. It's good. Influence. Maybe because I'm pioneer.
What's a pioneer?
Someone that does, like, the first to do something. Purpose.
What's my purpose?
Maybe he's telling you your future. You're going to influence. You're going to be a pioneer in something, and you're going to have a purpose, Sasha.
I always wanted to be first to do something. The first thing I did.
Outcome.
Wait, am I gonna be a teacher? I thought I'm gonna be a teacher. I have pictures of me in my head being a teacher. And it's just so. I didn't like.
Maybe you're going to teach something that's pioneering. Something like new.
Yes, and then all the students will learn about me.
Sasha. Sasha's all fly. She has on her little velvet coat. Oh, sweet. She's what? This is daughter. I hope they're talking about you this time.
Yeah.
This is daughter. What about daughter?
What daughter? First, second daughter? The first daughter? What?
Daughter disappointed.
Oh yeah, Layla's disappointed.
Why are they all up on Layla? Because she's not in here.
Layla,
You better get in
the
here.
ghosts are talking about you.
Layla don't like it. Layla's not. Layla don't like that. Glowing. Yes, I have that new Fenty on. I'm glowing. I actually do have that highlight on. I am probably glowing. Sasha said I'm. What did it say?
Will be Goldberg? I don't know.
50. 80. Another one. That's another old person. You're 80? Wow, you lived a long time, at least.
Yeah, you live.
Is Layla laughing at us?
No, she's watching.
I was trying to show them your nice little purple velvet coat. Jacket, whatever. It's so cute.
It's also, you can wear it like this.
Mm-hmm. It's like a moto jacket.
Yeah, I'm the precious one. If you talk about precious, it's me.
Far. That's what I call you sometimes, Sasha. Precious. Isn't it?
Yes, I am a precious baby.
I'll get it back to the words.
I know, but I know my. Okay, I'm silly. Maybe at the plus sign or whatever.
Must be a. Oh, I did it, Sasha. Thanks.
Okay.
It says far. So, if
Are they talking about Layla again?
If they said precious, they talking about you.
I'm the precious one.
Wow, this is weird. They keep picking on the person in the other room.
Yeah.
That's not even in here.
Maybe because they want Layla. They worship Layla.
Layla, they want you.
We need to get her.
You know, like that movie Poltergeist, how the girl was inside the TV, Layla's gonna be inside the iPad. Layla, you better get off there.
You better get off that before you get in the iPad.
Layla, you're gonna get stuck in there. Get out.
It's like the movie Poltergeist.
Layla said ghosts aren't real. Okay, good night. Go sleep in your own room.
Go sleep in your own room with the ghost app right beside you. A necklace like this for.
Okay,
So
Layla. Layla doesn't like stuff like that. Close the door. That's why they're gonna pick on her.
They're mad because her name means darkness, but she has a moody attitude, like mad. Like she has different phases.
That's okay. She'll be fine. Let's see if they keep talking about her.
Probably there's gonna be a lot of ghosts talking about like, ew, she means.
Someone says it's because Layla is the vulnerable one.
Or Layla's name means darkness, and darkness is the queen of death.
Yeah. They're attracted to the darkness.
And they want Layla because they like her name. It means darkness. It means queen, princess of darkness.
Someone says the spirits secretly want to work with Layla. Layla has different gifts.
What about me?
Sasha, you good. Come on.
Entity and present.
They said that?
Yes, it said it.
Oh, snap.
Hello.
Let's see if it talks about Layla. Hi. Who are you going to talk about today?
Bonjour.
Talk about me. It's all about me.
You can talk about anyone.
Perceived.
What's perceived mean?
I said perceived.
What does that mean?
It means he's perceiving what's going on. Like, he's observing. He perceives what's happening. What else?
What do you see?
Oh yeah, we do this all the time, so y'all don't have to worry. Like,
You know the rules of the Ouija board. Remember, if you play on the Ouija board, don't think it's more.
What do you want to tell us? Tribal.
What tribal?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have anything tribal. Do I? Not like some Native American stuff. What? stream. I don't know.
Maybe the flooding, like a stream.
Tribal stream. Well, there is like lots of Native American burial grounds like near here. When they were building the freeway, we found it. A
You
lot
know
of.
those crowbars in like the streets?
Mm-hmm.
I actually found some at school.
You found what?
Some crowbars like in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I found some. I gave them to my teacher to see if they can have
Someone says the hurricane was from the natives. Prisoner. Who's a prisoner?
No one in our family is a prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, I never been to prison.
You don't want to go to prison.
It's horrible. I heard it.
Okay, move that. No. Okay, what else? You were a prisoner, tribal, something. What happened?
I think this is draining my energy.
What? You getting tired? Sasha's getting drained.
If I get too drained, I won't have time to play Minecraft.
No. Okay, well after this goes for real, we're gonna shut it down.
Guys, spirits.
Anything else you want to tell us before we sign off?
I was really hyper man. Wake up, Sasha. Wake up.
Don't fall asleep, Sasha.
I'm hitting myself with my couple.
Okay, he wasn't talkative. He was like, "I'm out."
The ghost said us now it's time to go to bed.
Maybe he's telling us like the type of spirits that are near. You know, tribal, old tribe, Native American tribe.
This all up.
Okay, blow out that candle and thank the spirits for coming through.
Thank you, spirits, for coming through.
And thank you, spirits, for coming through.
You can spy on me whenever you want.
Wait, Sasha.
What? This is Layla's fault for not coming.
Layla's all the way in the other room though. Let me turn off that other camera.
You could have just sat here with her device, sitting in your chair.
She's not gonna do that. She's like, what happened?
What percentage it is?
What is that? 21? Okay, well that ghost is gone. Here. You can turn it off and go play. I'm back. I look like a ghost. Shoot. Turn the light on. It really looks like bad lighting makes it look like I'm dead. Look. Turn it back on. The light.
What light?
Never mind. I just look like this. Forget it. Bye. Okay, so Sasha's not in danger. Sasha, you have that necklace. Don't lose it. And when you're done, bring it back or whatever. Okay. Yeah, Sasha's a big. She's not. She's good. Don't worry. We've been doing this for years. And many years. Ooh. Okay, now I'm gonna read some of these comments. A gateway shall open. I have a Ouija board, but I never had any crazy experience. Yeah, we use the Ghost app and the Ouija board together. We just kind of use the spirit board as a portal, and to see what happens. Because whenever we use the spirit board with the radio, the Ghost Radio app is actually more active. So that's why we kind of use it to draw in that energy, How y'all doing? Someone says, I finally get to catch you live. Yay. So, I'm sorry it's vertical. When I started the live feed, I forgot to put it horizontal, and then you can't switch it up after you start live. So, that's why it's like this. And I'm like, oh well. So Sasha abandoned me to play Minecraft. What was the summary of the ghost story? I don't know. I wasn't keeping up with Sasha's ghost story. But anyways, we went out on the porch. It was like really quiet, except the sprinklers across the street. And that's pretty much what it was. We opened the door, so either something got in or something got out.
Mom,
What?
this.
Can I get one? Bless you.
Crap. Someone sneezed today on me and now
I'm not buying that.
For $1.99?
I buy you stuff on the other app. I'll think about it. Bless you, Sasha.
Sorry, someone sneezed on me today at school.
Those German kids. How old is Sasha? Sasha is 8. 8 years old. Sasha's 8. And Layla is 10. So, if y'all were wondering. But a weird thing like that happened, like it said darkness twice, then it talked about Layla who's in another room. Said porch twice, like two different ghosts, like two different entities. It was like porch twice, so that's weird. And I don't know, we just do this sometimes, but I was hoping to get some movement out of this thing, but nothing happened. But 3 o'clock in the morning, I bet it's gonna move. Any more babies? Nope. I only have 2. Thank you. Someone says I enjoyed the live stream. Thank you, Jessica. I don't like y'all see how Layla doesn't like it and stuff like that. I don't make her do stuff like this. Like, it's totally her choice. But Sasha loves it, so I'm like, come on, Sasha. Layla, she prefers not to do stuff like this, so I don't make it. Like, how some people will force kids to do stuff they don't want to do, like go to church, and like I told her spirituality is totally her choice, and whatever she wants to do, I'm good, so I don't really force Layla. Like, Sasha can't wait, Oh, earlier, before we started recording live, because someone's talking about something that followed me from Austin. When we were doing the Ghost app before we went live, the first one that came through was like, it said something like return, or like return, and something like that, like back, come back, returned. And so we thought that was the one that we had left in Austin with Mama D. Because then we went back again, and after that she said it was gone. So maybe hitched a ride back. Do you feel any cold spots in your room? Like right here where my arm that's holding the phone, it feels kind of cold, like on it. But other than that, no. So, I'm trying to, can a spirit haunt you from another country? They say spirits have hard times crossing oceans and like water and stuff, but that's what I've heard. know if the ghost can cross country unless it's attached to you personally. You know, it could follow you everywhere. I am doing good. I'm trying to read some of these old things. I'm scrolling back to where I couldn't read. I'm reading some of these old ones. If y'all hear some noise. Someone says offer your soul to them. No. Let me see what other people were saying. People are funny though. Someone says I'm already possessed, or somebody's already possessed. Okay, I already read most of those. I'm just gonna scroll back down. What else can you do to encourage them to communicate better? Well, if I really wanted to like do some stuff, like I wouldn't, like Sasha doesn't want me calling anything dark. So we kind of keep it light with her. But if I were to do something like to bring in the dark stuff and those other types of energies, it would be a totally different setup. You know what I'm saying? I would have incense, I would have black candles. I would have some type of music going, and I would probably use the scrying mirror over here and go into a deep trance. But that's too advanced for her. So we just do this for fun. Like a lot of people watch this and they're like, "Oh, y'all are doing silly stuff. That's funny." You know, it's not serious. Da 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 da. Yeah, because I can't do that with Sasha, not yet. But if I were to do something like that on a higher level, and invite a wider variety in, yeah, I probably could get some activity going, but I'm not doing that with Sasha. So, but Sasha enjoys it, so we just play around. She likes to have fun, and it shouldn't be so serious, because they're learning and you don't want to frighten them and stuff. Someone's asking me, why would I invite dark spirits? Is their energy stronger? Well, actually, they're probably more eager to come through, and stuff like that. So that's why I said more eager to come through. Someone asked me about, do I think the world is ending tomorrow? Yeah, that's why they said go on the porch. If you go on the porch, you will be saved. No, it's not ending. It's not ending. If it was, oh well, it's gonna end for somebody, because somebody gonna die. People die every day, so it's the end for somebody. Is there a type of metaphysics that deals with the future instead of the past and dead? Yeah. Study, like I did a video on the different dimensions. Once you get past 7D or 6D, you can start working with future stuff. Yeah. So you study the different dimensions of consciousness and the universe. And once you, like 6D is supposedly where you can control time. And then 7D is where you can, when there's different routes and different realities, parallel realities, that's where the Mandela effect starts to come in. So to study that, yeah. String theory, study all of that stuff, and you'll get it. It works with it talks about future and parallel universes and different things like that. Go on the porch. Do I believe in Scientology? Well, Well, I read some of it, and I'm like, when they started naming the aliens and stuff, I was like, okay, you know, if you put it all together, like if you put everything together, you're gonna get more truth than lies. Um, a lot of people get scared off by weird names and aliens and stuff like that, but a lot of people don't know it's not really aliens. It's like interdimensional beings, like different beings, different frequency beings and stuff like that. So, like, I wouldn't say it's not true. I wouldn't say it is true, but I would say keep an open mind. You never know. Say our ancestors, ghosts, or spirits. I think ghosts and spirits are like people use the word ghost more when like something is haunting a place and there's like residual energy that's trapped somewhere. And spirits are like able to come and go as they please. You know what I'm saying? So if an ancestor would be a spirit, I believe. Yeah, I'm not really into any religion, or I'm not into Scientology, but I'm not gonna totally dismiss everything just because I'm not into it. I'm just saying, you know, whatever they work with, it could be an interdimensional being. I don't know. That's giving them secrets. Thank you. I don't have a religion. I'm spiritual. So, no religion. If someone says a ghost is an earthbound spirit, that is so true. They're attached to their energy is attached here, and they have to like either get help moving on, or they're attached. They have unfinished business. They get stuck here, for whatever reason. Oh yeah. Ghosts can't let nothing go. Yeah, they're emotionally attached. If they let go of their emotion, they could probably be free. They have emotional issues, those ghosts. Someone says I feel like HARP is affecting the hurricane, so my light just flickered. And I was doing some research the other day, like yesterday, and I was like looking at all the names of the hurricanes, and they all mean something. Everybody's name means something. So it's kind of looking up what they meant, and I'm like, why are they naming these hurricanes this? What do these names mean? Let me go get my list. I'll read them off. Okay, I wrote down all the names to the hurricanes for 2017. Y'all see my notes? I told y'all I was a nerd. Okay, so let's start with Harvey. Okay, Harvey means iron, like the metal, iron, or blazing or iron. And iron is like hard and like the base, and it's like, very, its planet is Mercury. So Harvey was the one that came to Texas and just flooded Houston. That was our hurricane. And it like lingered over us for like 4 days. It rained like so heavy for 4 days. It didn't move. It just stayed. So like iron, like heavy like iron. Okay, think about this. Irma came. Irma means world, like the world. So Irma hit Florida and some of the Bahamas, I'm thinking. Flooded Florida. Okay, so Jose means may God give increase. So like abundance. I don't know. Maria Maria represents, her name literally translates into Sea of Sorrow or Lady of the Sea or Sea of Bitterness. So, like female energy, Maria, the goddess energy, the angry woman, just wrecking up stuff. Okay. Then Katia means pure. Okay, that's another name. So let's see. Nate. Nate is another hurricane. Gift of God. Let's see. Some of these haven't even happened yet. They're just what they're going to name the other ones, if they do, I think. Let's see. Hugh. There's one called Hughes. Hurricane Hugh or something like that. And it represents heart, mind, and spirit, like an alignment. So maybe if the hurricanes are harp, are the names that they're giving them, they actually mean something. So it could also be a conscious awakening as well, like chaos. From chaos comes order. So yes, hue means heart, mind, and spirit need to align. Okay, and the next one is Ophelia. Ophelia means serpentine or snake, kundalini energy. You know what I'm saying? So interesting. Philippe, love of horses. I don't know what that is. Something about horses. Rena, that's another one. Means song, joy, or it also can represent melted or dissolved, like melted or dissolved. And that's more of an alchemy term, like when something is dissolved. It's like self transformation through alchemy when you dissolve the ego and blah 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 blah. Okay, then we have Sean. Sean also means gift from God. Okay, so I don't know. Then we have Tammy. It means twin or palm tree. So then we have Vince, which means conqueror or something like that. The conqueror. And then the last one is Whitney, and that means from the White Island. So those are the names that I translated. If y'all can make something more out of them, feel free. But if you go on Google and just Google 2017 hurricane names, they'll give you all the list of the names, and you can go research them like I did. That's what I do in my spare time when I'm bored. So yeah, the hurricane names are like, they have a meaning. The one that stood out the most, the two that stood out the most was Maria and Hugh. And then Harvey means iron, like heavy, something heavy that's going to stay in place for a long time. And that Mercury is that planet that rules the iron. Or iron rules Mercury. So, I don't know. So I don't know if all these hurricanes have happened, but Ophelia means like serpentine or snake as well. Kundalini energy. I think it's a shift in consciousness, just like, okay, y'all remember 9/11, how they said, oh yeah, it was fake, and then, but it was for a reason, like to raise consciousness or to create a shift in consciousness. Because like when crazy stuff happens like that, a huge shift in consciousness happens. Like it's forced, through chaos. So even if the harp and the stuff is planned, it's to push human consciousness to the next level. So some people say it's bad, it's evil. Yes, it is, blah, 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 blah. But once you get up to a certain level, it's no bad, it's no evil. There is no evil. It's by any means necessary, get to that next level. And if we got to do this and do that and sacrifice this and that, that's what you got to do. And it's not like no one ever said the world was fair. And that's just what they do. You got to push humanity to a higher level of consciousness by any means necessary, So whether it be war, terrorism, hurricanes, or I'm doing quotes for a reason, or whatever they put in front of you, you know, when you come out of it, you're on a higher level of consciousness. And because they're doing this, it means that there's kind of like a need for humanity to raise their consciousness right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they need to catch up. Like, a lot of people have to catch up. There's some people that still don't understand what 3D and 4D is, and things like that. So I think they're just trying to get people to realize that, something is, there's something deeper, and y'all need to start paying attention and da 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 da. And I talk about like 9D and 10D and 11D, and there's some certain, like, there's some beings that okay, if y'all seen the Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon, have y'all seen that movie? I get real thirsty when I like talk forever for many hours. That movie, The Adjustment Bureau, it kind of shows those type of beings that are in charge of certain things, and whatever, we don't care. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. This has to happen. If this doesn't happen, humanity doesn't reach this level of consciousness by this time, and then everything is thrown off. So it's kind of like that. So, and they don't see death as death, because death is not permanent. They see souls are recyclable. And I said this in some videos years ago. They see souls as recyclable, especially if the people, die in such, conditions. They don't see it as death and that's the end. They say, oh, they'll be back or whatever. It's just energy. They don't see you as a separate. They see you as energy. Okay? So it's not personal. They might choose a certain group of people or a certain group or a certain area to focus on to raise the energy in that area. So I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I'm just saying it is. There, like, once you get to a certain level, there is no good or bad. There's just what needs to be done. So people are still in duality when they're thinking good and evil, and oh, it's HARP, and why are they doing this, and oh, it's a conspiracy. Yeah, that's 3D, 4D thinking. Yeah, something is up, but you can't understand it fully yet. Layla, I'm still live. Oh, so that's Sasha. But you can't understand it fully yet until you go, until you're able to travel, sorry, Sasha, to those other dimensions and kind of see for yourself. Sasha said, I better be finished in 5 minutes. So I'll tell y'all about my little journey, okay? Because y'all, I think I've gone to either 10, 11, or 9D. They could all, I think I went there. I saw a few of the beings. Like, this was years ago, y'all. Like, I think it was like 33. I think it's 33. And I had this very vivid astral travel, whatever. And I went to this place. It was very dark. Everything was dark. The beings were dark. They wore like long cloaks, and they wore helmets or masks that were all black. Like, they were all black. Everything was black. And it looked like little, it was very technical. Like, everything was like machine, but it didn't look like machine that we had. It just looked like lights and like electronic stuff, but it really was like more advanced. And it was like, it had crystals. The crystals and the technology were fused, and they were all black. Okay? And the beings, they didn't really walk. They more like glided. Okay? So the beings, they didn't talk. They don't talk. Okay? And there was no emotion there. There was no emotion. It was just like, you know, we up here doing what we gotta do. This is, we don't care. It's not about, like, everything is for the greater good, basically. Everything that happens is for the greater good, because what we're doing is like, has to happen no matter what. It's not about life or death, because it's just energy. And if we don't keep things moving in a certain direction, then the universe will cease to exist. This universe will cease to exist. There's other universe. There's the multiverse. But if we don't keep stuff in line, this universe will cease to exist. So, it is what it is. So that's what it is. That's why I don't see things as good or bad, evil. There's like a higher level to it and a higher understanding. So you can't just look for answers. Why is this happening? Da 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 da. It's just like, for example, let me give you all a good example of this, because it's like when people want to build something, okay? It's like when people want to build a shopping mall. We're ants, okay? We're ants. They want to build a shopping mall. And it's like, we're not going to understand. The ants aren't going to understand that the shopping mall needs to be built. The ants aren't going to understand why they don't have a home anymore on that land. And they just have to move somewhere else. They'll understand that, oh, yes, this is what happens. It's not personal. So it's just business, So that's kind of what it is. But instead of being a shopping mall, it's more like a universe. The universe has to continue expanding, and ideas and consciousness has to keep expanding in order for the universe to keep expanding. So we have to reach a higher level, That's what it is. Someone says, what does fourth dimension feel like? It feels just like 3D, except you're more aware of things, and you like start seeing signs everywhere. Like, everybody's like, I always see these numbers and signs, and I have dreams, and what does this mean? That's 4D. Like, you're experiencing your consciousness growing and your frequency getting higher, Then 5D is when you're able to kind of like, understand it and apply it, and stuff like that. Yeah, my makeup is wearing off. It's late. So, yeah. So the beings, if y'all watched The Adjustment Bureau, when I saw that movie, I was like, oh my God, this is like sort of like those beings that, I ran into. And it's like, wow, they really are trying to tell you something. And the cool thing is, okay, in that movie, so just like everything, there's a loophole, okay? And there's an exception to the rule. So you have free will, your mind is more powerful than those beings. People don't really understand this. Like, those beings are less powerful than us, but they have a job. It's like a job. That's their job. That's their purpose, okay? So we are able to create on a level, and we are able to reach a certain level and create, manifest, and do all this kind of stuff, using the dark energy and all that kind of stuff, when they can't. So it's almost like, yeah, they have to do all this stuff, but we can do more. You know what I mean? So, for example, if we bypass that dimension and go up past them, in our conscious, where they're not able to go, we can go and change their, what do you call it, agenda. What? Yes. You could, people can actually, if their higher consciousness reaches above that dimension, you can actually change the agenda. Okay, if y'all watch that movie, y'all need to go find it's on Sci-Fi. If y'all have Sci-Fi on demand or whatever, But you get beyond that dimension in consciousness, that means you realize something. You realize your power. You can change their agenda. Okay. So once you are able to change that agenda, you can also change everything else. You can change your life, this, and that, and stop it. Or most people are more selfish and they don't try to change anything but their own circumstance. So once you get to that higher level of consciousness and you realize that you're able to control your own reality and your own destiny, and that you have free will to change things and to change the agenda of all the other interdimensional beings, and blah 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 blah, then that is when you have reached like your highest self. Well, known so far, I don't know. There's probably until you rejoin with the universe and the multiverse or whatever, the source. But once you reach that point, you're able to change all of that. So it's just, yeah, like cracking the matrix, like getting out of the final stage of the matrix. Like, I'm done. Like, do you remember, like I said this in my last video, at the end of the Matrix, when Neo was like flying around like Superman, he was like, I'm free, I'm finally free, I changed everything. He changed the agents into him. Like, he changed the agenda. Okay, that's what he was doing. He changed the agenda because he changed the agents into himself. And so himself was the new agenda. So that's what it's doing. And so these little hurricanes, and I know it's terrible, you know, everything is all because of the agenda. And when I say the agenda, I don't mean like the Illuminati. I mean the agenda of to raise the human consciousness to a certain level so that we can realize who we are and then go and change it. You know how like when you're at a job that you hate and you have to work there and you have to work there, just like they start off the Matrix, and you're like, there has to be more in life than this. Okay, that job is forcing you to think, how can you make money without working for someone else? That job is forcing you to be uncomfortable so that you can figure out how to free yourself from that. You know, that job, you hate it because you don't want to be there. And so your consciousness, your subconsciousness is pushing you to the next level so you don't have to go back to that job. And that's the same thing that all these events are doing. They're pushing you to the next level, you know. There is no reason why cities should flood. There's no reason why we have technology, you know, but why won't they put it in place? You know, when I was in Austin, they were putting this giant drain, like they drilled a giant hole and made a giant drain so that when it starts raining, they just open it up and all, you know, the stuff flows out probably to a pipe into the ocean. If they start doing this to more cities and stuff like that, just in case, you know, the problem will be solved. But why don't they? You know, they want this to happen to raise consciousness. It's weird, and it's like a two-edged sword, you know. There's two sides to everything. It's dual. So, and the people that get affected by it, you know, they become stronger. The ones that survive, they become stronger. They become different, you know. Their focus changes, their frequency changes, you know. Everybody always asks me when I do this, do I protect myself? Yes, every time I do any spiritual workings, I'm protected, like, permanently. Let me try to read some of these comments. Okay, I don't know. I'm skipping the Jesus comments. Okay. Yeah, so if you want like a really deep experience, like have a movie marathon night of the Matrix movies, Adjustment Bureau, um, what is that other? Man, Maze Runner is crazy. Oh my god. Maze Runner is just another one. Like they keep going through these mazes and then they realize that they're still asleep. I feel sorry for them. Um, so it's kind of like getting to the next level, and every time you get to that next level, there's something else, you know. And once you reach your highest potential, once you get the knowledge and you're able to do it and you're able to realize what you can do, that's when everything changes in your life, you know. You know, those people that have constant problems and they can't catch a break and everything is a struggle and there's always an opposition in their way. It's because they haven't realized what they can do yet, you know. They haven't realized their true potential and their true power. They don't have to ask for anything. You don't have to ask for anything, you know. Um, that's why, you know, I know a lot, there's some people that are not supposed to be on this, on a certain level yet, and they're not there on for a reason, okay? Because their understanding has to be at that level for their consciousness, okay? They can't, consciousness all can't rise at the same time, okay? So it's like, don't get mad at this person because they don't believe what you believe. That's where they're supposed to be. That's their puzzle piece. Okay, I describe it like a puzzle. If you take that puzzle piece out, you can't complete the picture. So they're where they're supposed to be. There are certain people that will not listen to you. They will cover their ears and sing. Just like Layla, she will go in the next room, put her earphones on. She's not supposed to be on the same level as Sasha and I for some reason. We don't know what the reason is yet, but I'm sure we'll find out later on. But not everybody's going to be on that same level, and you can't force them, okay? Because it's like forcing a puzzle piece in the wrong spot. It's not going to work, okay? They're supposed to be there, okay? We might need Layla in her logical, non-believer self for something, you know, a purpose, you know? She might have a purpose and that we have no clue about. So we can't force her to be us, you know. And also your family members, you know, just because you're learning all this new stuff does not mean that they have to learn it or they're even supposed to learn it. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality is a personal journey, and like I said, you can't drag other people into it. If they want to come, great. If they ask you about it, great. But you're not supposed to force them, you know. And if they see you and they see the changes in your life and they want to ask you about your journey and stuff like that, yeah, share with them, educate them, and, you know, acknowledge that they're asking questions and you're happy to teach. But you don't have to force everybody around you to, y'all are dumb, y'all don't know what's really going on, da da da. No, let that old lady read the Bible if that brings her comfort, you know, if it calms her nerves. Let them do that. Don't get on people, you know, unless they're coming for you and they're trying to deter you from your path. Then you have the right to defend your, you know, your spirituality. But don't just go pick on random people. Mm-hmm. And the people will speak like, the people who have been trained by religion will see, you know, stuff like this as bad, and they will say, oh, you can't do that, da da da, because that is another system put in place to keep the frequency or the level of human consciousness down. You know, that's a control mechanism. Like they say, religion controls you. So if the child wants to elevate to the next level, but the mother is forcing the child not to, that's another way to control, you know, the consciousness from growing. So that's why, you know, they got to send hurricanes sometimes. They got to send HARP. They got to blow up buildings sometimes. Why? Because that's a huge frequency shift for many people at the same time. Um, the little things that keep holding you back, like religion, poverty, certain things like that. One swoop can wake you up. So it's kind of like that. So it's best not to force stuff on people, not to take away their spiritual freedom. Just let them be. And take responsibility for your, if you have gifts, take responsibility for your gifts. If you don't know how to use them, learn how to use them. Okay. If you're saying, oh, I'm an empath and it drives me crazy, learn how to control it. Learn how to control it. That's the whole point. You're supposed to learn how to control it. So read books on it, research it, learn how to manipulate it to your advantage. Stop complaining about it and figure out how to make yourself more powerful with it. It's a gift, but it can be a curse if you don't learn how to use the gift in the best way, the most beneficial way. How do I find out what my gifts are? I'm unsure. Whatever you feel drawn to or really good at, sometimes your gifts don't come till later, because your consciousness has to get to a certain level before you can figure out what your gifts are. So if you don't know what your gifts are, raise your consciousness, raise your frequency, study, learn, and your gifts will appear. Like, seriously. If you don't have time, it's because you have to work and work and work. You need to be like Neo on the Matrix and figure out how to get up out of there. Figure out how to make your own money so you can have more time. See, the luxury on this dimension is time. And when you don't have enough time, you can't raise your frequency because you're too busy working. So you got to make time. So there's so many ways to make money without going to someone's job. You just have to, I was telling someone this today in a consultation, but you just sit in a room and literally take a notepad and write down how you can make money without going to somebody's job. And sooner or later, you're going to find a good idea and build on that idea and build on that idea until, you don't have to go to someone's job. So just make sure you're taking enough time for yourself so that you can wake up and get out of what they call the rat race, because that's what keeps you busy and from being able to rise to the next level of consciousness. You got to spend an hour in traffic. You got to go to work and do what everybody else tells you. Then you got to send your kids off to school, pick them up or whatever, drive back home, cook dinner, help them with homework. When is your time? When do you have time to sit down and think? In between the commercials, on the TV, while you're in the car waiting on to pick up the kids, while you're stuck in traffic, use those times wisely. Put on YouTube in your car, a podcast, and raise your consciousness. I feel like music, choose conscious music when you're driving to work. That will raise your frequency right there. Stuff like that. Just get it in where you can fit it in until you figure out how to get out. Because if you're getting your spiritual and consciousness in between times, it's gonna raise your vibration so that when you do say, hey, how can I get out of this, you're going to actually be coming up with really good ideas because your frequency and your consciousness is higher, and you're going to be able to think about things that you would have never thought about on a lower level. So stop wasting time doing stupid stuff and use that time to raise your frequency. Like, when I'm riding in the car, I'm listening to certain music that raises your frequency, whatever. And I feel good. I'm buzzing when I get out. It's good. I find even artists in the music industry, not all their songs are like, club music or, top 100. There's some spiritual songs on a lot of artists' album that doesn't get played on the radio. You just got to find it yourself. It's probably one of the songs on the album that no one listens to, but it does have meaning. So, go through some of the old stuff and find music that resonates with you. You'll hear messages and stuff like that mean stuff, different lyrics. So that's how you can do it. Don't just sit there and ask questions and say, oh, well, they never answered my question, so I guess that means I'm not supposed to know. Take it upon yourself. Take responsibility. That's the one thing that most people fail to do. Take responsibility for their own consciousness and raising it. That's the one thing most people fail to do. They think, oh, just because you know about HARP and, the Illuminati, that you're conscious. That's it. That's as far as you go. Then you just keep talking about that in a circle for 20 years and you get nowhere. Okay? That's not right. Then, people will focus on 3D so much that they will forget that there's other dimensions. They will be so focused on HARP, not being able, not having to pay taxes, and sovereignty, and the government, the Illuminati, the Earth. Y'all are stuck on 3D. Okay, that's lower level consciousness. You got to get up out of that, and that's why a lot of the groups and stuff on Facebook that sit back and debate and argue about stupid stuff, they're still stuck in 3D. If you're arguing about where you came from, and if you're arguing about citizenship, y'all arguing about 3D stuff, 3 to the D. So that's where y'all gonna stay. A lot of people will stay on that level. There were what are they putting in our food? What are they putting in GMO and chemtrail? Your mind is supposed to be able to bypass all of that. Like your frequency. If you ever notice, like higher frequency people are not affected. They don't get sick because their frequency is too high. They can eat Cheetos, GMO, breathe in chemtrails and still be rolling. Why? Because their frequency is too high. They know that they are not their physical body. They know that they are not their body, So, it's not about that. It's not about the physical or the 3D. It's about, yes, we acknowledge it. Yes, we enjoy it. This is part of, the universe. But there's more. And there's more things that can control this. And you're working from the wrong end. Y'all are working from the wrong end of the spectrum. So it's kind of like, okay, you have a stomach ache, right? Okay. You rub, you got a stomach ache, your stomach hurts. Oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad. What do I do? Okay, so you rub some Pepto-Bismol on your stomach. Oh my gosh, this is not working. But, that's how y'all are approaching the 3D. You got to approach it from the top, not the bottom. Okay, you know how they say ascended and descended? Just like the pointed star, like the 5-point star. Let me show y'all because I have one right here. Yes. So this is the ascended star, when it looks like this. That means your consciousness is going up. You're building your consciousness. Your spirit is rising. Your kundalini is rising. You're rising in consciousness to other dimensions, right? Now, this is when people get scared and say, ooh, the devil, when it looks like this. This means you already been up there and you coming right on back. You're coming back. Okay, this means you've already been there and now you're coming back to enjoy what you have created. Okay, that's why, even in the Bible, they talk about, oh, this is Satan's world and this is the devil's world and da-da-da-da-da, because he descended from the heavens. Think about this. He descended from the heavens and came to the earth and was able to do all this and that, make deals with people, get people music deals like y'all think, all this kind of stuff. But no, that's you. That's the other aspect of you. You ascend first, okay? You get to all them dimensions. Ooh, I'm flying, pew. And then you get there and say, ooh, look at all this neat stuff. Ooh, I can do this, I can do that. And then you say, okay, now I'm going to go back to Earth and ball, okay? Pew. I'm going back to Earth. Oh, wow. I have all this knowledge from the different dimensions up there, and I can do this and that and all this stuff. I talk about this and that. I can teach this and that. Oh, wow. Stuff like that. This is descendant. I'm descendant. People who haven't made it to where I am are still ascending. So once you have gotten there and turn around and come back, you turn, and understand, then you're descendant. So yeah, that's what it is. This don't mean the devil. Okay? This is just descendant coming back to Earth to enjoy what you've created on a higher dimension. Okay, this is trying to figure out the dimension, get up there and explore it. Yeah. So don't get confused about what stuff is for. Y'all never really see me wearing stuff like this. You know how witches are always wearing like pentacles and stuff? I don't ever wear them because, why would I wear it like this? I'm already descendant. If I wear it like this, people will be scared of me. Oh, Lord, the devil. And I don't need to wear it because why would I want you to know where I've been? You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all knowing where I've been and what I've been doing, So it's like, that's what it is. A lot of people don't even know what symbols are and what they mean and what they represent. There's a definition for it. Once you get past the dimension with words, there's a feeling for it. The feeling is rising when you're ascending. And then you have to see the fallen angels are the ones that came with the knowledge because they went up there and got it. And they came back, and shared the knowledge with everybody who were still trying to ascend. Okay, so don't get it twisted and don't believe all that crazy stuff that they're trying to tell you to scare you away from stuff. And the reason they always wearing black in the Matrix is because that's dark energy. And if you watch the Adjustment Bureau, the dude that was always helping Matt Damon was black. He's the only one that was helping him because he had the melanin and he was dark energy. He represented dark energy. Nobody else was trying to help him. The black dude was like, hey, come over here. Let me tell you the secrets. And he's like, look, let me give you my hat. Then you can go through all the dimensions, all the doorways. Here, let me give you my hat. So go watch that movie. You'll see what I'm saying. If y'all have seen it. And so I don't want to spoil the movie. So I'm not going to tell if y'all haven't seen it. But y'all need to go watch that Adjustment Bureau. And the truth is hidden everywhere. That's why it's called occult knowledge. The truth is hidden everywhere. But a lot of people will never see it because they don't have anyone to explain it to them. And I'm lucky, okay? People say, oh, I'm lucky because I have time. I have the time to sit and ponder and think, explore, astral travel, read books, meditate. I have time to do that, because I planned it that way, okay? I didn't get caught up in the morals of society. I didn't get caught up in what the morals and the things like that are supposed to be like. I knew what I'm supposed to be doing, and I did it by any means necessary. Okay. If you know about Harry Potter and all the little houses and stuff, the Slytherin house or whatever, by any means necessary, get what you need to get. Okay, because that's how they think in higher dimensions. And once you reach higher than that, you know you can create the life you want. You know what you want. You come back down. You get it. You create the time that you need. You get the knowledge you want. You help other people ascend so they can come back and descend. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do. Like, a lot of people get mad at me. Oh, you married an old man for his money and da 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 da, blah 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 blah, whatever. I'm sitting at home reading books, researching, getting knowledge. Okay, I had a reason for everything I did, and it's not because I'm, bad person. It's because that was my plan. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't let morals and society stand in my way from what I wanted to accomplish. Because they don't, higher dimensional beings don't let morals, emotions, society rule them. They rule themselves. Okay? You rule yourself. Well, if you want something, go get it. Don't worry about what they're going to think, what they're going to say. If it looks bad, if it looks good, go get it, I mean, if you look at a lot of the rappers and musicians, most of them sold drugs and, pay for their studio time, and now they're balling, So, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Somebody said, what the F? That's true, though. If you're not born with it and you have to go find it and get it to buy yourself freedom and time, then why not? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. People tell you there's something wrong with it, but there's nothing wrong with it. That's another form of control to keep you on a lower level. For example, if I was the nice, moral, good Christian person, I would probably be working somebody's 9 to 5. I would probably be, my kids would probably be in after school care. I probably have to come home, rush and cook something, on the stove and go to church on Sunday. Where is my time? Where's my time to study? I would not be conscious at all. I'd be just a drone, a sheep. I'd probably be on here talking about, the housewives. Housewives of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I knew what I wanted to do. So that's what I did. And I don't regret anything because it got me to where I am today. That's what you got to do. Like, I do so many readings for people that, well, I don't want to do that because that's not nice and that's not right. But it's effective and it works and it gets your goal accomplished. You can check that off your list. Well, if you try to play nice and follow society's rules and do everything by the book, you can be 82 by the time you figure out what 4D is. You know what I'm saying? So, no. A lot of people don't realize that time is more valuable than anything. So enjoy it. Get some. Let's see. Watching Vampire Diaries. Yep, Vampire Diaries. I love that show. That's one of my favorite shows. Yeah. That's another show I'm watching that's really good. It has some good knowledge in it. I'm trying to think. It's off now, but The Leftovers on HBO, that show was deep. Midnight Texas, that was good too. I like that. It's like a it's a good show. I like it. Do you consider yourself Wiccan? Do I sound like a Wiccan? Do you hear Wiccans talking about 3D and by any means necessary? Do you hear ascendant and descendant to the 11th dimension with beings that That's not in the Wiccan creed or book. Not making fun of them, but if you Wiccans are a religion that practice magic. So I would be more like occultist, alchemist, witch, because I practice magic. And do spells and stuff like that. I have not seen Handmaidens. I don't have Hulu, I have Netflix. If you want to give me your password, I'll take it. In alchemy, there's what they call the great work. And that is the great work, to figure out who you are and what you can do. That's the philosopher's stone is you and your true abilities. So I'm gonna go. I've been on here forever. I think it's late. I don't even know what time it is. A lot of people ask me about books. These are all the books that I have. It's not that many. Most of it is time and thinking and looking and observing your environment, the media, the movies. There's not a lot of answers in books, The answers are within you. The answers, I start off with the alchemy book, law of attraction books, and my mind just kept expanding and growing consciously. And I can't even find any good books as of late. There was one that I wanted to order, but some of them are still stuck in a certain paradigm that I don't like, and I can't read it seriously because I don't know if they want to make more money, so they keep sticking certain words in there that don't go in there. But I have not, the closest books that I have found that are interesting are books on the universe, dark energy, dark matter, physics, astrophysics, because in science it explains all of this. It explains a lot of stuff in science. So I've been reading a lot of science books lately. What else? The alchemy book that goes into the symbolism. So there's just a lot of books. You just have to go to what you're drawn to, The alchemy and mysticism book is good. I've been reading Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysics for people in a hurry. That one talks about dark energy a lot scientifically. Let's see. If you like hip hop, you listen to Lupe Fiasco. He has a lot of very metaphysical lyrics in his raps. I just surround myself with a bunch of stuff that's always knowledge, Sleep, listening to the frequencies and, the binaural beats. That raises your frequency as well. Reading spell books and stuff, that's not really going to advance your knowledge. It's gonna tell you how to do this and that, but you need to read more of consciousness books, higher consciousness books, expanding your consciousness, the 12 dimensions, universal law, alchemy, the different aspects of self, things like that, dreams, astral travel, study. A lot of the ancient religions knew all of this, but they would just chalk it up as mythology. So look back into some of the ancient teachings as well, like Sumerian tablets, emerald tablets. Go back to the source of where knowledge came from until they start trying to hide it from you. So, yeah. I will see y'all later. I'm going to get off too because it's night. I don't even know what time it is. It's probably 2 o'clock in the morning where I am. I don't know. Yeah, you just got to keep looking. Don't ask, look. It doesn't say ask and you shall find. It says seek and you shall find, right? Seek and you shall find, not ask. It says ask and it can be given, but then it also says ye are gods and that you have free will. It says a lot of stuff because all of those things, the reason why the Bible contradicts itself so much is because it was plagiarized from many different places, okay? Ancient knowledge. Each thing was for a different level of consciousness, okay? Because when you're at this level of consciousness, you can't understand what's on this level. So the teaching is going to be a bit different, But I thought you said this, but then over here you say that. No, it's supposed to be this. And then when you learn that and are able to understand it, then you rise to this, which is higher and different. See, the Bible is supposed to be, you're supposed to follow the whole thing at the same time. No. They plagiarized a lot from, the ancient Egyptian and the ancient Sumerian tablets and the emerald tablets. A lot of stuff, came from those writings, and they just threw it all together. They were supposed to be different levels of consciousness, not all at the same time. That's why it's always contradicting itself, because it's all out of order. So remember that, lean not to your own understanding. That's in the Bible. But then it says, God is within you. And then it says what? God is omnipotent and all-knowing. So which one is it? It's all of them. Okay. So it's different levels. They give it to you all at once, or you think it's all together, but it's different levels, So, and then even if you read the Jesus story, okay, so when he died, when he was on the cross, he ascended to heaven. He ascended. He didn't descend. He wasn't a fallen angel. So that's why he was here learning on the earth as well. He had to learn. If the story is true, he wasn't descended. He was ascended. Okay. And when he came back, then he was descended. That's why. So that's the story. People say, oh, Jesus and the devil are supposedly the same person, or they would say, oh, the morning star and, the son of the morning and this is that. That's the same thing, because it's a descendant and an ascendant together, So it's all metaphor. You got to figure it out and think using symbolism, alchemy, universal law, studying all the dimensions and stuff like that, science. You can't just believe a story as literal, okay? The reason they would make the story is so people could remember it and tell it and then pick out the symbolism in it and what it really supposed to mean. So if you think about it, like, okay, so the angels were bad because they came down to the earth, they got kicked out or whatever, or they decided to leave. So if Jesus died and he ascended to heaven and he came back, didn't he decide to come back and then leave again? So he's in and out like the Matrix too? Like, okay. But we got to ask him for stuff. Why can't we become him? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we become like him? Why we got to ask him for stuff? You see the control? So, yeah, people say, oh, Jesus is the Savior and the way and the only way and da-da-da-da. Yeah, but some of us are past, what he asking people for stuff, Some people are past that. So they're the way for some people until they figure out that they can bypass. That's what I'm saying. Jesus is not for everybody. He's for a certain level of people. So if you're down here, Jesus is for you because you need to figure out what Jesus represents as a metaphor. Once you figure that out, you no longer need Jesus. Okay? You become Jesus and pass Jesus. Okay? Just like Neo did. Neo needed Morpheus until he figured out he was better than Morpheus, and he was like, bye, Felicia. Okay? So you don't tell people who's already been there, done that, came back, spun around, and left again that they need Jesus. Okay? You need Jesus. You need to figure out what he means. You need to decode Jesus and then figure it out. And then you might not need him either. So, yes. Neo needed Morpheus until he surpassed him. Just think of it like that. But Morpheus always knew the potential in Neo, and he was just waiting on him to realize it, because he knew that everybody has the same potential. So, oh my God, it's almost 3. Ooh. It is? Get back on this spirit board. No, I'm not going to do that. Any advice on astral projection? I like listening to those sounds, like, that just take you into that deep, sleep. That's what you need. You need the binaural beats, the frequency sounds, or like try sleeping with sounds or white noise or something. If you go to bed real tired, that can also help. If you're real tired, try not to drink any caffeine or stimulants because you'll have a hard time falling asleep. And like mugwort, burn some incense, mugwort incense, or sandalwood. They say I know a lot of people can't get a hold of mugwort. Sandalwood incense also is good for astral travel. Now, this is supposed to be a spirit board video, and it turned into another discussion video. Do you get a good amount of sleep, though? I probably sleep about 6 hours a night at the most. I try to, hit the snooze button, but... A lot of people say they get scared. Well, that's the one thing that keeps holding people back is fear. Like, what are you scared of? What are you afraid of? Like, there's nothing to actually be afraid of, because remember, you are able to create and change things. But first you have to get over the fear and, what you've learned. You have to unlearn all that kind of stuff and realize what you can do, So it's kind of like, think about this. You have a group of oppressed people, and for centuries they've been told you can't do this, you can't do that, you don't, da 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 da. But when they're given the chance, opportunities and things like that, they can soar high, very high. So that was, but sometimes they might have been afraid. Well, they said I couldn't do this, and they said it was bad if I did that, and it's not right, and they might look at me crazy, or somebody might be mad at me for doing this. But at the end of the day, they have the potential to be whatever. You know what I'm saying? So don't let fear hold you back. Fear is just another way to keep your consciousness low. Very low. You know, if you're the most people who fear stuff, have lower consciousness levels. The more you fear, the lower your conscious level is, because the consciousness level is, because you can't do nothing. You know, you're too close to everything. You fear doing anything. You can't move past a certain frequency because you're afraid. So get out of that fear. There's nothing to fear. Like, what are you gonna feel? Like, what do you fear? Death? You can die in a car accident. Do you fear driving? You have a more like you are more likely to die in a car accident than astral traveling. Okay. Someone says, why do I share so much knowledge? I don't know. I don't know why I do. I just do. I think because y'all ask me. Y'all want to know. Y'all ask. I can stop. It's so funny because I play the duality role very well. I can be shallow and materialistic on one level and joke around and, you know, talk about stuff. And people on my other channel will call me all kind of names and tell me that I need to do this, and that. And I'm like, y'all just don't know. I'm doing this for fun, you know. I stay grounded. That's how I stay grounded. Because you got to stay grounded when you're very conscious and you know a lot of stuff. Because it can almost become like an obsession, or, you know, how those people get when they first wake up and that's all they want to do is convert everybody and talk about spirituality, and they get mad because you don't know what this is. If you only focus on, you know, that, and you can't ground yourself with something very 3D, then, you know, you're not going to be of any help, service, or use on the 3D either. So that's why you got to stay grounded with something superficial, something very 3D, if you're super spiritual, you know. So that's like a lot of empaths, when they get around people and negative people or stuff, they're not grounded, you know. So they fall victim to that. You got to stay grounded. So indulge in something. If you have a guilty pleasure, an earthly pleasure, and you're a very spiritual person and you don't want to just float away, indulge in something, you know. Have something fun, a guilty pleasure, you know. That's the only way, because it's not, like I said, there's nothing good or bad. It's just things. So I like one of my guilty pleasures is trolling back on trolls, you know, shopping, makeup, talking about, you know, certain things, and helping women get the most that they can get. And it's just, you know, that's what I do to stay grounded. It's no big deal. People do worse. Okay. Somebody says my guilty pleasure was sex. Well, I try to do something that's more lucrative, like get paid, you know. If your guilty pleasure does not, if you can make your guilty pleasure profitable, it's a win-win. Oh, I can't do it like that. Bad hair day. Yeah, if you can make your guilty pleasure a profit, you're a win-win. Now, if you can think about that, you are a supreme alchemist. If you can turn your guilty pleasure into profit, you are a supreme alchemist. Like turning lead into gold, right? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go now because I need to go to sleep. I'm tired, and I do go to sleep. Okay, y'all. Thanks for hanging in with me. I'll see y'all later. I'll be back. I'm hungry. My stomach just growled. Okay, I'm trying to read some of these comments that I missed before I go there. I used to be scared of Ouija boards. Now I sleep with one in my closet. Oh, that's good. Yeah, to a lot of occultists, a Ouija board is just like, it's a tool, you know? So it's not something to be afraid of. The stigma that comes with it, if you don't like, for example, a lot of people's like, oh, your kids, you need to protect yourself. Okay, but that's already been done. We know how to do that. Okay, that's like that's like you get in a car. Oh, you need to put on your seatbelt and stop at the stop signs. Okay, we already do. We know that. Okay, and we've been doing this forever. I've been playing with Ouija boards since I was like, what, 13, 14, 12. Somebody's. So it's not a big deal for me. It's just like a pendulum or some tarot cards. These, I work with these all the time. It's not, some people say those are evil, but fear will keep you on a lower level. So if that's evil, that's evil, whatever. But I learn from those tools. I use those tools. Those tools advance me, raise consciousness. So if that's evil, then oh well. Let it be evil because it's working. Oh, somebody said don't go to bed yet. I just woke up. Oh my gosh. I can't stay up all night, okay? I gotta go to sleep. I'm tired. But thanks for coming. You can go back and watch the video. What you missed. Oh, they want me to... I already put all that stuff up. Well, I'll go look on the porch again. See what's on that porch. I'll take y'all downstairs with me. I'm going to bed. Okay. It's going to get dark because I'm turning off these lights. Oh, wait. I have to blow out one of my candles. Oh, hold on. Turn off this light. Evil is necessary. Vampire in Brooklyn. Yes, that was the best part of that movie. See, he was spreading knowledge there too. He said evil is good. Sasha. Sasha fell asleep. Oh, my babies fell asleep up here. Sasha. Okay. I can sleep up here with the TV. I'm going downstairs. Ooh, it's dark. I'll check this porch again. Wrong light. I'm just gonna look out the window. Open that door. I don't see anything. There's nothing out there. Oh shoot. The ghost app kept saying porch. Go to the porch.
From the melon. These antioxidants
Commercial. I'm going in my room. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all the table that was rocking around. Hold on. Okay. What the heck? Okay. That table over there, that's the lamp that was rocking around. So, this morning, by itself, I was standing like way over there. Somebody says he's on the porch. I gotta sleep in here by myself because my husband fell asleep watching TV on the couch. And the kids fell asleep upstairs. I'm in here with this ghost. Let's see if we make the light flicker. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I guess I better go to sleep. Because it is late. Next thing you know, a clown comes out. I'm not scared of clowns. Like, I watch American Horror Story, and it's just funny to me. The clown one. Thank you, thank you. I'm getting ready to wash all this stuff off my face. These are like like a purpley. Someone's asking about my nails. This is dipping powder. It's not the acrylic or the gel. It's like minerals, and it's really good for your nails. It's like more natural. Pennywise is about to come out. Hey D. I'm getting ready to go to bed. They had me up all night. Oh, y'all can go back and watch it when I finish. It's long. The first part of it is the spirit board session and the radio ghost app, and then the last hour of it is just talk, answering questions, talking about 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D agendas, all that ascendant, descendant. A bunch of spirits came through on the radio ghost app. Yes. And they were saying weird things about other people in other rooms. You can go back and see. It's cool. I recorded it all. Good night, D. I'm getting ready to go to sleep too. Yeah, Google that. Okay. All right, y'all. Good night. Thanks for sticking in so long, and I'll see y'all on another day.